Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabil Hakimi bin Barisham and my number matrix is AA190454 and my lab partner is Eriana binti Edi Shaf Zainizam AA190939, and for today I would like to talk about Lab 1 Industrial Electronic and for the introduction to electromechanical control devices. For our devices, we'll be using a power supply, a cable, signal input, relay, timer, and counter. For lab activity 1, basic relay, task 1. First, figure 1A shows the electrical circuit diagram which consists of push button, relay, and lamp. Number 2, we must connect the devices as shown in figure 1B. Choose the appropriate cable length for the connection. We must make sure the power supply is turned off during this step. Number 3, turn on the power supply and test the circuit. And number 4, record a simple video to explain the operation of circuit. This is a circuit that is manually done by me and my lab mate.
Okay, for task 1A, first we switch on the power supply, then we push the push button. When we push the push button, it will cause the relay coil to energize. Then this relay will, it's a normally open relay, then it will cause the relay to close and cause the light to switch on. Figure 2A shows the electrical circuits diagram which consists of push button, relay, and lamp. Connect the devices as shown in figure 2B. Choose the appropriate cable length for the connection. Make sure the power supply is turned off during this step. Turn on the power supply and test the circuit. Record a simple video to explain the operation of the circuit. First, kita kena switch on the power supply. As we can see, one of the bulb dia dah already light up sebab one of the relay is normally closed relay, so that bulb will light up. So when we push the push button, the bulb yang light up tadi dia akan close, dia akan tak menyala sebab that relay dia akan open, and the other relay yang normally open dia akan close pula and cause the other bulb to light up. It's happen bila our coil 2 de-energize. Observation. For question 1, discuss the difference between the push button in task 1A and task 1B. For the task 1A, when the switch is on, the light do not light up as we need to push the push button. However, for task 1B, we need to switch. When the switch is on, the light will automatically light up. So for question 2, discuss the difference between the two relay contact used in task 1B. The difference between the two relay or relay 1 is normally open, while relay 2 is normally closed. Question 1. State the type of relay used in the relay module. Mention number of pole and throws. The type of relay used is single pole, single throw. It has one pole and one throw. Question 2. State the number of relay in the relay module. Task 1A has two relay, which are relay coil and relay content. Both of the relay are normally open. Meanwhile, task 1B also have two relay, which are relay coil that are normally open and relay content that are normally closed. Lab activity 2. Basic timer circuit. Task 2A. Figure 3 shows the electrical circuit diagram, which consists of push button, relay, timer, and lamp. Connect the devices as shown in figure 3B. Choose the appropriate cable length for the connection. Make sure the power supply is turned off during this step. Turn the knob to set the time. Turn on the power supply and test the circuit. Record a simple video to explain the operation of the circuit. So for lab activity 2, task 2A. So first kita kena set the knob, set timer menggunakan knob. Then kita turn on the power supply untuk test the circuit. Okay. So first kita kena push the push button. Then the R1 coil will energize and cause the relay to close, the normally open relay to close. Then dia akan, kan kita dah set knob to like 5 second, so dia akan delay selama 5 saat. Dan selepas itu T1 tu akan close dan will cause the light to light up, which is circuit dah complete. That's all. Task 2B. Figure 4A shows the electrical circuit diagram, which consists of push button, relay, timer, and lamp. Connect the devices as shown in figure 4B. Choose the appropriate cable length for the connection. Make sure the power supply is turned off during this step. 3. Turn the knob to set the timer. Turn on the power supply and test the circuit. Hint: try to press and depress the push button. Record a simple video to explain the operation of the circuit. So for task 2B, first we turn the knob to set the timer. Then we turn on the power supply to test the circuit. So bila kita turn on the power supply, the light will automatically lights up. So kita kena push the push button, then the R coil will energize and cause the R1 to relay usually open to close. Then dia akan T1 ni dia akan delay, which is dia akan menyebabkan lampu tu mati. For example, kita set selama 5 saat. So lepas 5 saat tu, lampu tu dia akan turn off. So bila dah tu, T1 ni dia akan connect. So maksudnya dia akan bersambung dan letakkan complete. Dan lepas tu kita next ni, bila kita push the push button lagi sekali, which is macam circuit dah terbuka, dan selepas 5 saat tu baru lampu tu dia akan terpadam. Itu saja daripada saya. Terima kasih. For observation activity 2, question 1, find out the minimum and maximum time setting of the timer. So the answer is 1 to 10 seconds. Question 2, discuss the difference between the timer operation in task 2A and task 2B. So the answer is, for task 2A, the timer was set to turn off the light after the switch is on, while for task 2B, the timer was set to turn off the light after the switch is turned off. So for question 1, state the timing function for the timer in task 2A and task 2B. The answer is a device that provides a delay action between the times the event is initiated and the time the event is actually performed. Used in industrial electronic control times, a timer can be used in a fluid power control system to delay any action such as cylinder start up, or to set the stay time at one end of the cylinder trip before retracting. So for question 2, if the timer connection is modified as per below, describe the operation of the circuit. So as you can see, the R1 is open and the T1 is closed. So when we push the button, the push button, the light will still light up, followed the time set on the timer. For example, if we set it to 5 seconds, the light will follow the timer. Same goes to 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and more. So the difference between the diagram and the circuit before circuit activity tools is, so the difference between this diagram between task 2A and task 2B is the timer is connected to the lamp. So for lab activity 3, basic counter circuit, figure 5A shows the electrical circuit diagram, which consists of push button, relay, counter, and lamp. 2. Connect the devices as shown in figure 5B. Choose the appropriate cable length for the connection. Make sure the power supply is turned off during this step. 3. Set the counter to 5. Next, turn on the power supply and test the circuit. Hint: try to press and depress the push button multiple times. 5. Record a simple video to explain the operation of the circuit. So, untuk activity 3, mula-mula kita switch on kan the power supply. Then kita boleh nampak di counternya 5. So kita tekan push button sebanyak 5 kali. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jadi apa yang kita dapat ialah lampu akan menyala. So for observation and question activity 3, observation 1, explain PB1 and PB2 function in the circuit. So the function of push button 1 is to light up the light, while the function of push button 2 is to turn off the light. So for question, if the counter connection is modified as per below, describe the operation of the circuit. So based on the circuit, C1 is normally closed. So if we switch on the power supply, the light will light up. So for push button 2, when we push the button for about 5 times, the C1 will cause the light to C1 will open and the light will switch off. To reset the counter, we need to push the push button 1, and when the push button 1 have been pushed, so the coil will energize and R1 will close, and it will cause the counter to reset.